let's go back to my $850 vacuum. Okay. Okay. Now, suppose, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe I don't want to pay it all up front. Okay. So I want to pay it in, chunks because it's too much for me to blow off in a single purchase. Okay. They say, fine, you can pay it in chunks, you can pay it monthly or something like that, but we'll charge you extra. Okay. Because that's what they do. If you're paying slower, they want more money, like in the long run. Okay. So for instance, they might say, we have to add 5% to the price if you want to stretch that out over time. That happens all the time. Okay? So if I want to increase that sum by that percentage, how do I do it? Okay? Now really quickly, 5%, we can, if we want to work with that as a calculator, we need it as a decimal. So what is it as a decimal? 0.05, good. Not 0.5, because that'd be 50%, okay? But I can't simply multiply 850 by 0.05, can I? Right? Because I'm expecting that this is going to cost more after they increase it by 5%. But if I multiply 850 by 0.05, I don't get a bigger number. What do I get? I get a smaller number. Specifically, I get 850 times 0.05. That's 42.5. That's $42.50. Okay. Now, this number is not this plus 5%, is it? Okay, it's smaller. But what is this number? What does it signify? Yeah, this corresponds to what they're tacking on. Exactly right. This is the extra. I want to pay for the vacuum, and this is their extra charge. Okay? So I can approach this question two ways. I can say, good, now I know what the extra charge is. I can say, therefore, the final price would be the original plus the extra. So I can go 850 plus 42.5. Come on, we can do this in our heads, can't we? $892.50. Okay, that's fine. That's the correct answer. Yeah.
So, but like if you buy something and you pay in like the chunks, don't you have to pay that 5% every time you?
It depends. It depends on the contract, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Now that's the correct answer, and this way of doing it is fine. There's another way though. It's a little more direct if you can work out how to do it. Okay. This step here, right? Instead of working out this extra, the bit they've tacked on separately, I can go straight to this number. I'll show you how. Okay. Instead of multiplying 850 by 0.05, which is the extra, I'm going to multiply by 1.05. Can you see what the difference will be? Okay. In one step, this one corresponds to the 850. One lot of 850, the original price. Okay. This 0.05 corresponds to the $42.50, the extra they've tacked on. I'm just doing them both at once. Okay. So this here, this is the original price. Okay. And this here, this is the extra. Okay. So if you go to your calculator and you say 850 times 1.05 instead of 0.05, okay, you'll see your calculator heads you straight back with 892.5, so therefore $890.50, okay? So, two approaches, they're both doing the same thing, you'll both get the same answer. Was that just a call? I didn't think it'd be 45. So, I kind of like this way of doing it because it's faster, okay? But if you can't remember, like, why do I multiply by a 1 point, blah, blah, blah? Then going through this way, it's a bit longer, but the logic's quite clear why you're doing it, okay? Yeah.
So where does like the 42 come in? It's not it, it's confusing.
Which part are you talking about? You're talking about 42.5?
Yeah, I just wrote 1.05.
Yeah, okay.
How come it's not?
That 42.5 is hidden in here, okay? So, if you like, what I'm doing is, let's see if we can do it like this. Do you remember your factorizing when we did algebra? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So this line here, okay, let me rewrite it. I'm gonna close this one off. Okay, how did I get 42.5? I got it by doing this, okay? So I'm going to write that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So original price plus extra, okay? Now, in algebra, we're used to factorizing this kind of stuff. You look for the common factor, the number that you can take out of both, which in this case is It's 850. The whole thing is there, right? So I can write 850 out the front, okay? Now, I write my brackets. What's going to go inside, okay? How many 850s do I have here?
One.
Answer, 1, right? How many 850s do I have here? Answer, that much of an 850, okay? Plus 0.05. But you can do that. That's just 1.05, which is what we had before, and that gives you your $892.50 directly, okay? So you can go straight to this line, but if you're not sure where it comes from, this is how I built it, okay?